think she's ready.
A note on being.
So where is this recording? Where can it be seen?
Recordings on a YouTube.
Oh, okay.
So
So what's the title? What do I search for it? Can you send me a link?
I can send you a link,
Okay.
or I can send you a playlist, and you can have all of them that we've done so far, which is 100 and this is something 100 and this is a 100 today.
Is that
Mm.
just for this second reading?
Second reading, yeah. They're both
Yeah.
both playlists are there.
Right then, Chantal.
There we go. A course of love. Epilogue. A note on being.
Yes.
Imagine now what it will be like to have nothing left to learn, nothing left to become. The pressure is off.
Mm-hmm.
The alchemy has occurred. The coal has become a diamond. Imagine now being able to forget all ideas of self improvement.
Oh,
Imagine how much time will be saved by this quest coming to an end. But what now will you do? What now will you be? Believe it or not, you will find these questions arise less and less until soon, and very soon, they will be entirely gone, never to be asked again. Why? Because now that you are being who you are in unity and relationship, these questions will make no sense to you. They all they already have far less power. Can you not feel it? The questions remain only as questions of the old patterns of thought, patterns that you need only be aware of before choosing to have them gone from you. This is the only choice you will still have to make, the choice to leave behind the old in order to be.
beautiful.
I want to do one more.
Oh, please.
You are in relationship now only with love, and so nothing will be hard for you. Desire an old pattern to be gone, and it will be gone. This little note, added to the end of our mountaintop time together, is only here to help you realize and accept that this will be so. Do not expect difficulties, and they will not arise.
Hallelujah.
Praise the Lord.
Amen.
Amen.
Hey, Chantal.
That me next.
Yep.
I'll be next.
I imagine you were in the same spot on the screen, Anthony.
Well, I was over here before. You have returned to your true nature. Perhaps you will remember that within A Course of Love, you were once asked to imagine the ocean or a cheetah, the sun or the moon, or God Himself, attempting to learn what they are. They are the same as you. They exist within you.
All
All exist within you. Thank you. You are the universe itself. You are returned to your natural self. As you begin to move more fully back into your life, you will realize where the differences between this natural self and your former self lie. You will realize that you know what to do. You will realize that there is no will be, that you are, and that you will respond as easily to your surroundings as does the cheetah to his. One more. This little note is just included to tell you to expect this. Expect heaven on earth, you were told. This is what it is.
Mm.
Hmm.
Beautiful.
There will be no doubt, no indecision. Your path will be so clear to you, it will be if you, as if it is the only path in the world, and you will wonder why you didn't see it all along. Expect this, and it will be. So be it.
Beautiful.
Mm.
Okay, I'll go next. In trouble with my screen at the moment. There is. There
Hey,
is.
Sam, just give us a second.
Yeah.
Sam, I have dropped that link in a comment.
I've seen it.
So you can copy that and you have it to the whole playlist.
Yeah, I've copied it and bookmarked it already.
Oh, bless your heart. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Oh,
Hey, Annie's just arrived. Annie, we're doing the epilogue today.
Thank you. I'm not going to read today.
Not reading? Okay.
Thank you.
And we're up to paragraph 7. There is no becoming. As you are no longer becoming, there will be no becoming projected from you onto the world. There will be no projections at all, and this is why you will see so clearly. You will see what is. You will create what will be through the extension of love. This is all. So be it. You no longer have a universe of projection to maintain, but a universe of love to enjoy, and a universe of love to create. So be it. Sounds funny saying that. For as long as you know that what I am telling you is true, for as long as you carry this knowledge within yourself, this is how long the eternity of being will be for you. There is no one to turn out the lights but you. Drift from knowing to unknowing. Close your eyes and you can experience the stillness of not knowing, and rest and calmness of nothingness. You can experience non-being and in a similar fashion drift as gently as your own desire arises into all being. Mainly, you will enjoy being who you are. You will be happy. You will be content. And you will know unerringly how to act naturally from your being.
Mm.
You can do everything you did before, or nothing you did before, all with the total confidence of being. You need not worry about this joy being selfish, for there is no such thing in unity. You will share your joy continuously just by sharing yourself. You will not realize that everything has changed until you realize or make real that change. Let this revelation come to you. All you need do is expect it to come, and it will come. So be it. Steve, are you going to read today?
Sure. You will also not realize that you have chosen nothing until and unless you realize that everything has not changed. I'm going to repeat that. You will also not realize that you have chosen nothing until and unless you realize that everything has not changed. Let this realization come too, if it must, and make a new choice. The future is up to you. What you realize now, you truly make real as your being applies love's extension to all with whom you are in relationship. You will no longer need to think about who you are and what you will do. And your willingness to give up this thinking will be paramount to your realization that everything has changed or that nothing has changed. These are both possibilities, as all possibilities are yours. Which do you choose? There is no longer an in-between unless you create it. You have taken the step of accepting the relationship of the between, the relationship of Christ into your own being. The cooperative relationship of all with everything abides within you now. You do not and cannot decide what to do with it, and you can only be it. This is the choice you have made to be, so be it. Pass.
Thank you. Sam, you're next.
You do not as yet think you know how to just be.
Mm-hmm.
And this is why, in a sense, this dialogue in this form must come to an end. The dialogue you will carry forward with you, with your realization of being, will be different dialogue.
Mm-hmm.
This dialogue has been your final quest. It is the final quest in the quest for being, because the quest has been accomplished, fulfilled, completed. Leave these words behind now and bring only the dialogue with you. You will unerringly find those who can engage in the new dialogue, those who have chosen the new, those who seek to share the exchange in harmony. Thus will you begin and your numbers increase. Do not be afraid now to be who you are. Do not think you need to be something different, something other than you have been. Leave all thinking behind. Leave all notions of being better, smarter, kinder, more loving behind. Realize that these were all thoughts and notions of becoming. If you hang on to them, your being will not have the chance to realize and make real its being.
Wow, that's amazing.
You will be different only if you allow and will yourself to realize to and make real this difference. It is a difference between becoming and being. It is all the difference in the world. It is the difference between separation and differentiation in union and relationship.
Mm.
Thanks, Sam. Alison.
This difference, if you will allow it to come, will take away all worry, all thought about how you could be better, more, greater. If you still possess some things that you would consider character flaws or faults, forget about them now. Oh, yay. In being, they will be yours, or they will not. You will be happy that you have these aspects of humanness, or you will not, and they will be gone. Do not expect the same unhappiness with yourself. You are fine. You are being. You are being fine. So be it. If you will, but let it come, you will see that you are being who you are being for a reason, for a purpose that will be so clear to you that you will joyously accept yourself for who you are being. So be it. It will be possible for you for a while to drift between being and becoming if you are not vigilant of your thought processes. This will not take long, however, to overcome. For once you have begun to realize that everything is different, you will not desire to turn back, not even for the familiar thought processes that, although they have bedeviled you, you have held dear. When you meet what you would have before seen as difficulties, as you encounter a world where love still does not seem to reign, when you meet that which would oppose love, remember that you are now the bridge between this creative tension of opposites becoming one. Remember that this is creation in the making. Remember that you are a creator. Never forget that in being who I am being, you extend only love.
Mm.
Alison Cole.
This one note, this tone, this canticle, is it?
Canticle.
Canticle of joy, this celebratory hallelujah is all you need return to. All you need keep in hand should but arise. This one note is so full of love, so powerful that it will be dear to you forevermore. Oh, you will remember, just briefly, as you reread it, in your quickly passing time of doubt, how different you are. You will recall the poignancy
With
you once were.
poignancy.
Yeah, but you will not turn back. You will know that all turning back would be but a retracting of the,
Retracing.
thank you, retracing of the circular route you have traveled from yourself to yourself. What will there be to strive for? What quest will replace this quest for being? A quest for love's expression, the quest to see, experience, and share as many of love extension as the world
Expressions.
expressions as the world needs to be returned along with you to its own self. Does this seem like a long and harrowing road? An endless quest? An endless quest for love's expression is eternity itself. Be happy that there is no end in sight to this road you travel now. It is simply the road of what is, endlessly creating like unto itself. You know how to, you know, sorry, you now know how to respond to love. For you for you are love being. So be it.
Mm.
So
So be it.
So be it.
So be it.
You have arrived. You have arrived.
Mm.
Can you give an example? I can on paragraph 24. When you meet that which would oppose love, remember you are now the bridge between this creative tension of opposites becoming one. My example is I can hold on to a longing for something like a relationship and also have it in my heart. I can hold both. I think that's what it's talking about. I'm not sure.
Mhm. So if you guys want to, because the dialogue Unveil is longish, isn't it? 5 pages or so. Or
What are we up? What are we doing? Are we finished or are we still going on something?
well, there's a dialogue Unveiled, which we haven't read yet.
Where's that?
Might not be. Do you have that in your book?
I've got the PDF, and the next thing on my page is Learning in the Time of Christ.
And after that,
After that, hang on. Moving along.
should be dialogue Unveiled.
I don't.
We can start reading that because that's quite long, so it will take us today and whatever the next time is
Okay.
to complete this round.
Oh,
You got it, Kevin?
Not yet. I'm still scrolling along. Maybe this one. No, I'm up to the references, so it must be earlier in the book or something for me.
Mm-mm.
it's in the book on the last page. It's not on the PDF. That I can.
It's not on the
It
PDF.
says it was received by Marie Perron in 2002, so it'll be it'll be either at the beginning or the end, I would imagine.
Yeah, the second edition has it. The first edition doesn't have it.
Oh, that's why.
All right. Well, I maybe just won't read. I don't mind that.
Actually, I have it
Really, Kevin?
I have it as a
For us
document
old
somewhere.
folks.
What's that, Patricia?
I say us old folks don't have it.
I think I have it. I can send it to you guys. Oh, I don't have it.
I'm happy to just listen.
Well, some of us might just have to read a bit more, which is very sad.
It's not sad for me. I like to hear other people read. I don't like to read myself.
You're a good reader.
Anthony, we're back to you. So there's only is Anthony, not me. I don't know if Steve's still reading. You going to still be reading, Steve? I think he died. Yeah.
Who are you talking to?
I said, well, Anthony's next, but you're going to still be reading, or you're just relaxing and listening now?
I just dropped it into Messenger, if that's any helpful to you.
Yeah.
So you can read, Kevin.
No. Oh, you're next up anyway, Anthony.
Okay, I'll start. Dialogue Unveiled. The following was received by Marie Perron in 2002. There is no structure and can be no template for dialogue. Imagine going into conversations with two different people at two different times with a design on the type of dialogue you might have. Precision and perfection are only possible for structures, not for beings, for systems, not for liberty. The system of liberty is thus an imperfect system, but it is also near to perfect for this very reason. Liberty can be systemized, but exists as an idea that all voices must be heard, that ideas themselves have an existence that cannot be denied through disagreement. In dialogue, you can experience freedom from structure and freedom from ideals of perfection and precision. Dialogue is an imprecise art and an unpremeditated act. It is an experience of what is happening in the moment, with all experience, which is all experience is in truth. What is experienced in dialogue is the self and the other in one action, action in unison or in union. What is experienced in true dialogue is movement, being, and expression. Wow. Feel a part of me that sometimes going into dialogue with precision and perfection in mind. Ah! So much better the other way, this way.
Mm.
Next person.
You finished?
I'm finished. I can do more. But
It'll be your turn again soon enough. All right. The unimpeded flow of dialogue is like an unimpeded current of water. Action without impediment. Unimpeded action is unrestricted movement at one with being and expression. Unimpeded movement is at one with being and expression at all times and in all ways, because restriction is the work of the ego and is restriction of the true self. Acceptance bursts the dams of restriction and releases the flow.
Mm. Bingo.
Mhm.
Mm.
The mountain nor the valleys of level ground cause or restrict the flow. The mountain and the valleys too are within you, existing as two levels of why have I got that thing in there? Experience. Why is it
Yes,
written like that?
because it's it's the next line, but it comes together for some reason.
Okay. Levels of
Copy it.
experience of what is happening in the moment. The one voice and the many are also within you, existing as two levels of experience of what is happening in the same moment. Because the two levels of experience exist in the same moment, they coexist, or in other words, they exist as one, and yet they are distinct. As long as neither are restricted, this is union with, or commune dialogue, unveiled. 680, what's that? 683 yin. Oh, I've got something's mixed there.
Yeah, look, I just copied it. So be
Uh,
happy you have it. Jesus.
Mm.
Yes, there's a page there and probably says dialogue unveiled. Go on.
Dialogue unveiled.
Jesus.
Two distinct levels of experience. I'll have to pass it on because it's a bit confusing for me. Steve's gone. Alison.
Oh, okay. Two distinct levels of experience in union. When the distinct levels fall away, there is no experience of union, only union, but the action is the same. Why one is not better or more desirable than the other. They are only different. Union never negates the self, but full union negates the experience of self. When the experience of the self no longer exists in a particular action, the laws of what you call reality bend, and the impossible becomes possible. Jesus speaks, miracles happen, healing occurs, a new reality exists, a reality in which there is no object of experience, no observer, and no observed, no one in action, and no one acted upon, no giver and receiver, no intermediary, just union. What is desired now, however, is the experience of union.
Yes.
The experience of union is the experience of two distinct levels of experience. These two distinct levels of experience can be integrated in one level of experience, a level of experience that can bend the laws of what you call reality in the same action as full union, so that the only difference is the ability to experience the experience as a distinct self in union. This integration of the two levels of experience is what has been called the elevation of the self of form. And the sustainability of Christ consciousness in form. Did you want to read, Steve? You're
Yeah, I don't think
you're
it's
on mute.
I have the first edition, so I don't have it.
Okay.
Okay, it was Sam actually. Sam was before you, Alison, but he switched when he turned his video off. Sam?
There is no form without the experience of form. Without the experience of form, there is only union. The mountaintop dialogue allowed you to participate in two levels of experience at once. Not only the simultaneous experience of the mountaintop and the valley of leveled ground, but the simultaneous reality of ongoing dialogue and the experience of living. Now that you are called to practice.
Now what you are called to.
Yeah. Now what you are called to practice is the integration of these two levels. There may be multiple levels, but they are always levels of two. Levels representing duality, the duality that exists naturally for the self of form, because form is the experience of all. And the duality of an experience and an experiencer. The experience of experience is life. It is not meant to be escaped, nor can it be. This is why union has been described as time outside of time. This is why union has been described as time outside of time. It is not an escape, but a portal of access.
Mm.
Full access is necessary for momentary release of the experiencer. Without at least some momentary release, the true nature of the self who is experiencing life remains unknown. Let's stop there.
Okay, if you like. Cole, you're next, but could you let Leanne know what we're reading and where we're up to?
We're reading the dialogue Unveiled. What number did you just read?
We're up to paragraph 10.
Okay.
This release from the self of form has been the goal of enlightenment. It is, however, only the beginning. Ta-da! It is the beginning because it is love. It is not a self experiencing love, but the self being love and knowing that love is itself. The desire to stop here and retreat from life has been the purpose of many.
Has been the response.
Response of many. And they have anchored the reality of love in themselves and the world. As you know, this has not made the world a place of peace, nor a celebration of love. But
Life.
it has life, but it has kept the world a world in which love exists as reality in form. This has been crucial. However, the longing to experience life in all its fullness has never been stronger. This is a longing not to remain or be constantly striving to retain release from the experiencer, but to fully embody the experience through unity. Oh, nice, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, this is a longing to be the experience. This is a longing to be the experience rather than to cease to experience. This is a longing to experience the true self in or through the experience rather than as the experiencer of the experience. This is a longing to be fully alive and fully in life, a longing to experience no loss but only gain. Next.
Leanne, are you going to read today?
Well, I just want to give a full Yahoo to that paragraph.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can read.
Yeah.
I'm just going to read that last sentence. A
Yeah, go
longing
ahead.
to be fully alive and fully in life.
Mm.
A longing to experience no loss, but only gain. To experience full union and the loss of the experience of the self as self is, when prolonged, an experience of the loss of the self as form.
Mm-hmm.
Some still desire this loss and see it not as a loss, but as a gain, and are fulfilled by it. Many more have remained quite convinced that this loss of the sense of self is the ultimate achievement,
Mm.
and denied the sense of loss of the personal self that existed in truth. Others have chosen the peace of a monastic life as a substitute for full involvement in life, seeing abstinence from experience as one way of retaining the peace and love of union. True desire for such choices can once again result in fulfillment as the chosen diminution of experiences are not restrictive, but true to the nature of the personal self.
More or less.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Thus, the personal self is not being denied at all, but being allowed to experience its own true nature. Experiencing one's own true nature is bringing the miracle of creation to form. Restricting one's own true nature blocks the miracle of creation.
Mm-hmm.
A tree is here to be a tree. If there were a mechanism whereby it could restrict its nature and not be a tree, then it would be something else. Damn it. But there is no such mechanism, as there is no such mechanism in you. You cannot be something else by restricting your nature.
Mm-hmm.
You can act like you are something else. This acting like you are something else is the ego. If the tree could act like it was something else, it would still be a tree. Even a particular kind of tree, a tree unlike any other, a tree vulnerable to conditions of its environment and given nature. Because it is meant to be, because this is what it was created as. The ground where it stands, it's given ground, it's given growing ground. This is just what it is, and it cannot be different.
This is just what is.
This is just what is and cannot be different. I'll pass.
Okay. Anthony.
To know that love is what you are, is what you are, without the interference of the self of form, is to know the perfection of your particular form, of your particular vulnerabilities,
Mm.
of the conditions and environment of the life you were given. of the ground of your being, and to cease to wish that any of it were different. When you cease to wish that any of it were different, you quit restricting the miracle of creation that is who you are.
Wow. It's beautiful.
Wow. I'm sending that to 100 people right at the moment. That was a great paragraph.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's so much grief about just not letting me be me. You know, oh God, it's
Mm.
that idea of being an enlightened.
Yeah, that's the tiny made idea.
Oh man, this is quite a different lack of restriction than is the lack of restriction of the animal who acts on the instinct of nature alone.
Mm.
The lack of restriction of many human beings that results in heinous acts upon fellow human beings is a matter of unrestrained instinct,
Mm.
not unlike that of an animal. The animal follows natural instincts for survival of its natural form. The human who does not know love follows unnatural instincts for survival of its ego.
Mm.
The human ego is thus in need of restrictions, and the very restrictions that perpetrate the ego. The humans perpetuate. Let's read that again. The human ego is thus in need of restrictions, the very restrictions that perpetuate the ego. The human spirit that knows love is not in need of restriction. The human spirit that knows love is rather in need of being unrestrained.
Mm.
Oh my God.
Yeah, go wild. Uh.
Banish all schools.
That is so cool. Didn't send my kids to school. Thank God. Anyway, next up.
Yeah, back to me.
Ah,
It has been the very act of restriction imposed from both within and without that caused the birth of the ego, the fake or imitation self. The imposition of restriction led to the equally false imposition of acquisition. Acquisition. Restriction was can't. Okay. Restriction was experienced as a lack. Acquisition as a gain. I'm getting my full stops mixed up with my commas there. Acquisition as a gain. From the most innocent of children to the kindest of adults, the restriction of action or behavior, the restriction of feelings, the restriction of the truth of what is experienced is the most common of actions. Restriction leads to denial, so that soon there is no awareness even of the restriction. Denial deadens awareness through the erection of boundaries. The self of form becomes a boundary that keeps all experience, all feelings, and all action that is judged as needing to be restricted at bay. Judgment becomes the guiding principle for all that the self of form is allowed to experience, feel, or act upon. Movement, being, and expression cease.
Mm-hmm.
Do one more. These actions of restriction, denial, boundary erection, and judgment are so manifested without because they are so held within, following the principle of as within, so without. They permeate the experience of life so that dialogue unveiled.
Skip that.
Skip
No.
that? Oh,
Yeah,
So
skip that.
that
That's just
it
oh,
is experienced.
oh, okay. Oh, that's the name of the thing, isn't it? Yeah. It
mm.
is experienced as the life of restriction, denial, boundaries, and judgment. All right, I'll stop there because now it was probably Samuel next, wasn't it?
It's not that much more to go. It's another 3 pages.
Mm. We could nail it if you guys want.
Cole's really
There's a
excited to finish it.
there's a lot in here.
35 of them, right?
You're 19.
You want to continue?
Yeah. You're gonna read
19.
some? Okay.
Yeah, I can read.
Okay.
True dialogue begins to dilute this permeation just as if a full sponge were wrung out. True dialogue is interaction without restriction, denial, boundary erection, or judgment. Thus, the imposition of any restrictions, any attitude of non-acceptance, any boundaries left intact, or any judgment raised create impediments to the free flow of movement,
Mm.
being, and expression.
Wow. There you have it.
How little how little have we seen roles as boundaries, agendas as restrictions, goals as non-acceptance of what is, disagreement as judgment? How does one function without time limitations, scheduling facilitators, and participants? How does one assure that each voice is heard, that value is given to each comment? How do people gather together with no structure? What would keep such a gathering from disintegrating into a free-for-all, a celebration, a love fest, a crying jack?
Brian Jag.
Mm.
How hard are you still willing to work to remain restricted and to restrict others? How hard are you still willing to work to keep boundaries up and accomplish something rather than getting to know yourself and each other? How determined are you to discuss certain topics rather than to let ideas flow? How unwilling are you to allow the irrelevant? How afraid are you for inability to listen to personal without judgment? How afraid are you of being asked for advice or an opinion? How strongly do you fear the discomfort that might ensue from being real? Just how unspiritual do you think it would be to admit to fears of discomfort? Just how awful do you think it would be to grow frustrated or angry or to disagree?
Mm-hmm. Does that me, Kevin?
Yep.
I'm going to go, everyone. I'm going to go with Chantal. She's dropping her daughter off.
Okay. No worries, Anthony.
See you, Anthony.
Listen to the rest
Okay.
later. Goodbye, goodbye. And maybe
See you soon, hey?
I'll see you soon.
Arrivederci.
Arrivederci. I'll see you soon. Oh, God. What happened there? Are you there?
Yeah, we're here.
We're
Okay.
here.
Yeah, okay. Bye.
All right. See you,
Bye.
brother.
Yeah.
How willing are you to leave the dialogues as a topic in order to enter the dialogue? How willing are you to leave behind the wisdom of the Course to discover and offer your own wisdom? How willing are you to accept the wisdom of the one voice in the many and the many in the one? How willing are you to listen? How willing are you to receive? How willing are you to offer your gifts? How willing are you to accept the gifts of others? How willing are you to accept differences? How willing are you to allow yourself to be fully who you are in the present moment, in the company of those with whom you gather? These are serious questions, and negative responses to them are not meant to be denied.
Yes.
The mountaintop dialogue may begin, but may not be completed without discovering within yourself and another the ability to be clear pools or spacious selves without boundaries. This is a monumental task that cannot be approached through hard work or effort, and as such will begin breaking your attachment to hard work. I'm going to read that again. This is a monumental task that cannot be approached through hard work or effort, and as such will begin breaking your attachment to hard work and effort. You must practice this way of ease in order to discover the ease that will flow from the breaking of your attachment to hard work and effort. Your attachment to purpose and goals is the same attachment, an attachment to striving, a denial of your accomplishment. next?
Call.
The time of learning has ended. The learning of the course return you to your Christ self. But this return will not be realized while the old patterns remain. A radical rejection of the old patterns is now necessary. Confidence confidence in the self of form will not arise from the old patterns, but the new. Certainty will not arise from the ways of old, but from the new ways, ways exemplified by true dialogue, by true and equal exchange of what is in the present moment. Your internal dialogue will change as you discover the place of safety and acceptance within yourself, the place of joining or union with. No longer will you treat yourself to an internal dialogue you would not unleash on another living being.
Mm-hmm.
When you quit restricting yourself, you will be naturally kind and loving to yourself. You will feel free and expansive. When you quit denying how you feel, ta-da, relief and gratitude will fill you. When you quit erecting boundaries, you will quit feeling separate. When you quit judging, you will be as at peace with your feelings of sadness and anger as you are with your feelings of joy and harmony. Isn't that cool? All right, who's next?
Leanne?
No one is asked to be boundaryless in a fearful environment, but fearfulness will diminish as your internal dialogue adjusts to the new experience. Yet you are asked to discover a fearless environment, an environment in which you feel able to lay aside your fear of being yourself. This may be easy for some, difficult for others. It may be able to take place within a group. It may not. Now is not the time to deny feelings of discomfort raised by the questions listed above. To feel rejected or to fear rejecting others because you feel them. The first step in the process is honesty. The honesty of accepting how you feel is often a greater revelation to yourself than to others. This is not a time to enter into hard work, to overcome fears or discomfort, but to discover a place of safety where they don't exist, do not exist. The discovery will be joyous. Once an initial place of safety where two or more willing to be clear pools are gathered together is found, practice begins. And this too will be joyous, but it is practice. fear will still arise, but you will be able to reveal your fear.
Mm-hmm.
Discomfort will still arise, but you will be able to reveal your discomfort. You will willingly be vulnerable, and in your vulnerability will the restrictions, denial, boundaries, and judgments of the past be washed away. You will realize how you are used to holding back, and you will begin, slowly at first, not to hold yourself back. You may begin as fearful of revealing your own truth and wisdom as you are of revealing your fears and hurts, but soon you will be unable to hold back. When this occurs, the universal and the personal meld into a creative bursting forth. I'll pass.
Back to me. This is the work of dialogue. It is the movement and expression of being. It is to be moved and affected, to allow your heart to feel, to open, to cry out, to sing. It is to be inspired and allow your own wisdom and ideas to flow freely, be given voice, be shared. It is to listen as a receptacle, receiving what is poured forth from others without judgment. It is to receive the actual energy of another, to feel the connection, to allow the pouring forth into one pool, and to allow the pool to move you in unforeseen directions. None of which can happen with a plan, none of which can happen if approached with predetermined ideas. The entering into is entering into the mystery, entering the unknown rather than known, where through the entering into knowing occurs. Is it for me, Sam?
It is giving up of the idea of knowing you acquire and exploit. It is a giving up of the idea of knowing you acquire and
unknowing.
It is the giving up of the idea of a knowing you acquire and exploit. You are no longer learning in order to get somewhere or become something you are not. You have entered process of revelation of what is, what will eventually spoil you forever from approaching life in the way you once did. You will see that the approach of hard work and being good leading to the acquisition of status and rewards was always false, and that it was the approach rather than desired results that was false. You will see that what is perfect only in its imperfection. I like that. You will see that what is perfect only in its imperfection. You will realize how often you are upset, anxious, frustrated, angry, or saddened by the nature of the imperfection of perfection. In other words, you will realize that your predetermination of how things should be has been the greatest restriction on your apprehension of what is and your greatest source of disappointment. You will also realize how often you are naturally joyous, compassionate, kind, and wise when you are present with what is, rather than wishing things were other than as they are. You will realize your deep affection and, and even longing for the imperfection of perfection. That it is exactly another imperfection that you love, precisely their imperfections that make them perfect. And you will discover that the same is true of you. When you are love being, you will no longer feel a need to be constantly acting loving. Love no need to act. Doing and being will become one. Thus, all of your actions will be love being love, and those actions will be appropriate to the situation. You'll be free to respond with sternness when sternness is needed. Free to be funny or serious. To respond with your intellect in one situation, your heart in another, and be confident in your response because they will flow from love being. You will gain simple confidence in being yourself.
Ta-da!
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Well, thank you guys. We're done.
How incredible.
Mhm.
Wow. What's next then?
Surprise.
Dialogue.
Did you think about, Cole, what you wanted to do, if anything, next week, like Course in Miracles or something?
Yeah, maybe we do text if you guys up to it.
Text of the sparkly.
Yeah,
Not everyone's got the sparkly.
that's okay.
You wouldn't consider I know you've been talking about that for a while, but I just did start thinking about the way of the Marys.
Oh, I'm not interested in that.
Okay. That's
Fair
fine.
enough. But you can guys open up a group if there is enough interest. I'm sure Kevin will be.
I've read it. Interesting read.
Yeah, I read it too.
In Memoria, too.
Yeah. Is the third one out yet?
Have you noticed that reading Mirari or Memoria, that I think I got introduced to Mary, Mother of Jesus, in a different way. She's very witty and very smart, very smart. I think she does it better than Jesus.
Well, This is really pretty much introducing more of the way of Mary and a feeling realm, you know. It's very feeling based and it's very vulnerable in a way. It's just like you were saying, like it's showing everything that's there, you know, the good, bad, the ugly, and the magnificent. So it's covering it all. I've done Righteous of Will for 8 years for 20 something, 30 years. And for me, that covered it so much better than the Mirari book. So I was reading it. I was quite, it wasn't really doing much for me.
What covered it better?
I did the Right Use of Will. It's like a Course in Miracles for feelings rather than mind training.
Oh. And it's called the
Right Use of Will.
That explores the feeling realm like nothing else I have encountered yet. So yeah.
It's pretty out there.
It's pretty out there. It works by triggering you. You know, you're reading this material and suddenly you just feel like you want to kill somebody. And then you just put the book down and you begin to express whatever is there. You just allow feelings. So it works.
What is the title of the book? What is the title?
It's called Right Use of Will.
What?
Right.
Can you put it in the message?
Yeah.
It's called Right Use of Will.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. And who's the author?
Cien. I'll write it down.
And if you're a prude, it won't be for you. Or maybe it will be.
Well, it says in the introduction, it says, if this is for you, you will know it. By the first introduction, it says, realize it's meant to trigger you. So if it doesn't piss you off, then you're in denial of your feelings. So it's really deeply falling into like, you know, allowing all the deep feelings like rage, terror, hatred, all of it, and get it moving. So that's what that's about. So for me, I felt Mirari was going that way in a way, but it just wasn't moving me enough to bother reading all those things. But I'll be very happy to read the text. Text is really beautiful at the moment for me. If you guys want to do it, I'll be happy to. Otherwise,
which text?
No, thank you.
Course in Miracles.
Oh, read the Course in Miracles again.
Oh yeah, Course in Miracles, yeah.
The text, text.
Okay, I've got a friend. I've met someone who's had some interest in Course in Miracles for a while, so I've just lent him my book, and I'm hoping that he'll be coming in.
Yeah. So that would be probably the only thing I would want to do, but I don't want to read this again. I'm reading it in Czech language at the moment. I'm really enjoying that. So,
and sometimes it's really nice to have your insights, Cole, from you know the comparisons with the Czech language being it's so different from English.
It's
it can bring a new dimension to it for us.
And now we're translating it into Slovak, so that's a whole amazing journey right there. Because Curse of Love comes so sweet in that language. It's really quite something. So anyway, thank you guys.
Thank you, Cole.
The last men and women
in particular. Thank you.
All right, so we'll come back next week.
It's been an incredible journey to go through with you guys, and I'm looking forward to what's next.
All right.
And thank you, Kevin, for hosting, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Ever.
Yeah.
Yep.
So how long did it take you to do the whole book?
100 sessions. Today is the 100th session.
Oh, really?
It's a nice round number.
Yeah, it's a good number.
Which is almost 2 years, right? 2 years.
Yeah, 2 years. And the other reading we did was also somewhere around that number, 2 years. So 4 years of doing this every Saturday.
Yep.
I think I'm done.
That's 4 years of me reading it every morning for between 2 and 4 hours.
Yeah.
So I've read the book about 10 times all up in those 2 years.
And plus listening to it, and yeah.
Yeah.
See, Steve.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Welcome.
everybody.
Are you a
Enjoy.
Course in Miracles person, Steve?
Yes.
Huh?
Yes. Do you think you'll come to the
Yes.
next? We might see you next week.
You never know. I'm not planning.
Okay.
All right, then.
I'm
All right,
attending a lot.
darlings.
He was
Let's,
listening.
I've got to run. So
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Cole.
you guys.
Bye.
All right.
So
See you,
much.
everyone.
Blessings.
Bye.